the thing. Dude, by the way, you've got Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
Please download. It's for free on Game Pass right now. Get Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh my lord, dog, that game. Woo! Oh, my nigga. You like Gears of War type of steez.
Yeah.
It's there. You know what I mean? But this game is on point, my nigga. Like the way that they've constructed these games. Like I played Avengers, né? Here's the thing. I played Avengers and I thought that, okay, if I try Guardians of the Galaxy, it's almost because the guys who made Avengers are the same guys who've done Guardians of the Galaxy. But this thing is different, bro. It's different. I was shocked even myself. Like I know, start to finish, it looks like I've only done 5% of the game and already it's fire flaming, dog. So it's free on Xbox Live. On if you've got, obviously you play online, eh?
Yeah, I just have to connect my internet.
Yeah, just connect your internet to the Xbox, dog. It's proper. It's proper. I discovered it yesterday. So I started playing it yesterday. I was like, sharp. That's what it is. Even that game I recommended to you. What's it called? Shadow of Mordor. Did you play it?
Yeah, I did. It was hard to find.
Did you clap it? Did you clap it? Which one? Which one did you get? Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War?
I don't remember. Wait, let me check even.
Check which shadow it is, because there's two shadows.
Then I'm gonna have to leave my game.
No, you just go to
the second one. I know I didn't get the first one, so I know it was the second one.
Either way, I'm playing the second one currently as well. My man, I'm enjoying it, bro. I'm enjoying that game, bro. Like for real. It's a very different game in terms of gameplay. You get shocked and surprised, man. Like here you are busy hunting orcs. Next thing, some other orc who's a general, he's ambushed you, he's holding you down like this, and he's talking smack in your ear before he starts fighting you. It's crazy. It's very it messes up with your mind. You're like, yeah, let's go, dog. I'll fight you. Next thing, this guy's a level 30 when you're level 10. So you'll kick, dog. Either way, it's crazy, man. It's a dope game. So you must just, even the story. Yeah?
Yeah, no, I downloaded. I remember that time you told me about it. So yeah, I've got it. I just need to play it. But I did try it out a little bit. It's got an Assassin's Creed feel to it.
Yeah.
Ubisoft gameplay type thing going on there.
That latest Assassin's Creed as well is also fire right now. That Assassin's Creed Valhalla Ragnarok, it just came out. Woo!
Yeah,
I'm sure you've seen the ads. I'm sure you've seen the ads, dog.
I just need to finish off the other games first. Because I finished off, I think, like Assassin's Creed 3. Yeah. Then there was one when they went to Greek, and then they went all over the show.
Dude.
And then they're just bringing it up era by era. So
but this one here,
when they're gonna do one in Africa or Egypt.
The closest they did to Africa or to Black people was the one where you play the chick and you're basically in the slave times, in those areas where there were the slave trades and all those type of things. That's the closest they've gone. They haven't gone to Africa yet, bruh. They need to do some African Assassin's Creed, dog. There's a lot to unpack there, dog. Especially, it's a lot to manipulate because there's a lot of Egyptian history, dude. It's there. Great.
That's good, bro. Even in the what's the Transformer movie, Transformers. In the beginning, one of the they've got so many movies, those guys. But the one where the movie starts with them in the pyramids and stuff.
Yeah.
And they show the Ankh and all that. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
And they come out with the Ankh, like, no, we'll discover our own age, dog. We don't need your narrative because that narrative is always false. Yeah.
But like you said, I yet to see a Assassin's Creed Africa version.
Yeah, no, that's they're still trying to get Dana White to come to Africa with the UFC. He hasn't said anything yet, so
all
the champs are African. All those champs, they're African, bro. And they've been champ for a while. It's not, some fluke champ. These guys have been these guys have held the belt for a minute. Well, the latest to hold his belt is Francis Ngannou with one defense, because he's not even fighting often. So,
And here's
but like
yeah,
Israel Adesanya has had his belt for a minute. Kumaru Usman has had his belt for a minute, and that guy's trying to fight Carnelo right now, man. Hey, dog.
Stop.
Yeah, no, you're dope, but hey,
You
Carnelo,
dope, but you ain't that dope. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Not even. You are the dope. Just stick to your stay in your lane.
In your lane, yeah.
Stay in your lane. Like
I mean,
everybody's talking about, like for instance, with the Eminem and the game thing.
Let's not start, please. Okay, fine. Let's unpack, dog. Okay. By the way, let's start this way. What's good, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the Bear Cave Session. Sorry, we started ahead of time, but this is what it is. I'm with my boy Stare, my business partner, my homie, my brother, right here. This is how it is. This is how we're gonna do it. So yeah, man, we just started the script before, but I guess let's get into it. But yeah, man, we just want to be here, you know, get to know people. Let's have a conversation. This is what it's about. That's why we're here. So, man, let's hit it, bruh. So, like, here's the thing. By the way, like and subscribe. Anyway, like I was saying, right there, dude. What was that steez about, man? Like, okay, I hear what you're saying, because I could understand, and I've known you for a long time, bruv. I've been to a game. I went to a game concert with you. Okay, I went to a game concert with you. I've listened to the game's mixtapes. I've heard his steez. So what makes you say? And please, we say this with an open mind. What made you say what you said about the game compared to Eminem, etc.? Well, like, what's up? I want to hear that, your analogy and your thought process about that.
Okay. The game, I won't necessarily say I won't say he's better than Eminem. I won't say he's better, but like, you know, in this hip hop culture, this rap game, bro. You know, and you know me, dog. Like you say, you've known me for a while, and you know me. I stay up to date when it comes to battle rap, like proper up to date, dog, with all the top dogs. And yes, everybody gives Eminem respect because that was his stepping stone. That was his claim to fame, battle rap. But the game has evolved since then. A lot. Who knows? The game himself might not even thrive in such an environment. But like, all I'm saying is let's see it happen, because like nobody's challenged. It's not even about saying Eminem is better, the game is better. Just like, just because you're that good doesn't mean you can't get challenged. Like, why mustn't you get challenged just because it's Eminem? Like, nah, B, put your sword up, bro. Sharpen your sword. Do you still have it? Because this is that. You know, and that's what I like about the game. He tests niggas. Fine, he's always calling people out, but like, that isn't that the whole point of rapping? Like, to challenge someone, like, yo, dog, what you got? Since I hear you the hottest on the block, me, I'm outside. What's up? I ain't backing down.
I get that.
Cool, fine. He's got the right to feel like he's better than Eminem. That's his right as a musician, as a multi-platinum musician. Like, dog, let's not forget, these guys have sold millions of albums. Boy, too. You know, all the fans do is compare numbers. Oh, but Eminem sold this many million. Oh, but the game sold this many million. Like, bro, the numbers don't mean ish when these two have to get in the ring with each other and go at it eventually at the end of the day. So I'm down for Eminem being challenged, because everyone's riding the same wave for so long. I'm like, okay, fine, but then, like, you know, you can't be that dope for that long without proving himself when it comes to consistency. Then jump in the ring, dog. Here's someone calling you out. There's an opportunity. Jump in the ring.
I get that.
And I feel what everyone's saying. I got banter that day. You don't know what you're talking about. Hey, dog. All I'm saying is I would like to see it happen. Like, you can't claim the best forever and not you know, defend that position.
So what you're saying is, and I get you 100%. Let's take away the mom spaghetti Let's take away all the moments. Let's take it away. And and let's put ourselves in a position where we understand this is the game, this is Eminem. And you're absolutely right. We're yet to see somebody who actually challenges Eminem. And to be honest, this is one of the first, because no one has dared to be in the position where you're challenging Eminem, to be fair. And I get what you're saying. However, we know Eminem, and number one, we know Eminem to be, let me be honest with you. I'm talking for myself. I didn't know Eminem to be a battle rapper. I know him to just be a good rapper. You get what I'm saying? And for the game, very good. Very good rapper. There's tracks for days there's numerous tracks that me and you can talk about today about the homie, and we know like these are hits. Come on. Hard Liquor, huh? Mixtape, Hard Liquor. Red Nation. Red Nation. I mean, it goes deep. Everything red. That track. It varies. But the game is also known to be a provocateur of some sorts.
Of course, bro. Of course. Yo, hey, everybody knows that. Like, this guy.
He's a provocateur. So where do you draw the line between knowing that the guy is confident enough to go in the ring with one of the greats, and I don't say that in a sarcastic way. I just say it in inverted commas because that's the emphasis. One of the greats.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
He's a great.
Yeah.
Him is a great.
And we've got another guy who's good at his game. He's good. But at the same time, there's that line between him being the guy who provokes and pokes the bear and being a good rapper.
The only way we can answer that question is by watching it happen in the ring.
Sure.
Because like a lot of people can say, but and I've watched battle rap enough to know, like, hey guys, you can say what you want. At the end of the day, the result's gonna happen after the battle when we watch what these two say to each other.
And never mind what you say, like, and especially what you say. Never mind he's the accolades and what. But if we bring those back and just add into it, we look at the game's work that he puts into his tracks. He puts in work. He's not just a fly-by-night dude. He works, bruh. The guy's got heavy stuff, bruh. Stuff that most of the stuff I still rap to till this day. And not many people understand, bro. Like what track I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like you introduced me to everything red. That Red Nation album, fuck it, bro. You know what I mean? You put me on. I was like, oh shit, it's here on my laptop. I'm like, freak. Okay, it's what it is. It's good. You understand? Like if anything, his mixtapes were better than his mainstream shit. His mainstream shit is like he was very compound in a way. He just needed to let loose a little bit. He just needed to let loose. But that's what he does. He lets loose. But anyway,
I'm just enjoying the fact that someone is challenging Eminem more than anything.
It's not good.
That I'm saying that. Yeah, it's just good for the sport. Like,
it's good for the sport. Yeah.
Everyone's taking it so personal. But none. I'm like, fine. Then ladies, ass come outside and see what's up. Only sitting in the house all day, bro, and saying you're the best from inside the house.
Yeah,
just come outside, dog. There's niggas out here that I can personally say are better than Eminem right now because they have literally changed this game called battle rap. Not just because they are relevant. No, they changed the format, the style, what fans are used to hearing. They've changed how fans digest lyricism.
Yeah.
They've changed it themselves. The Tay-Rocks, the Chasses of the world, Sue Surf, Gun Titles, A-Verb, Av, Rum Nitty, Easy the Black Captain, Jack Boy Maine, Twerk, New Jersey Twerk.
Can I be devil's advocate? Can I be devil's advocate in that regard? And I get what you're saying, because I can relate, because I seldom, when I have the chance, I watch your L video or a battle.
6 feet on the ground, like three niggas walking. Like, come on, who says that? Who's just says that?
And this is what we touched on the other day. And I said to you, is we have our battle rappers, then we have our mainstream rappers. And there are certain rappers. Can you be honest? I'll be honest with you. I can sit through a lot of URL videos. It becomes very addictive, to be honest with you. It becomes it draws you in. However, when it comes to certain rappers looking at mainstream, because remember, like I said, you need to understand that there's mainstream and there's the underground game. The URL is partially considered the underground game as much as it's on the internet for days, but it's still considered one of those things because you've only got a percentage of people, a large percentage of people that listen to it. But then you got a large percentage who listen to actual music on the mainstream. You feel what I'm saying? So there's a difference between having those rappers becoming mainstream or putting themselves in the mainstream. Some choose not to, and they know they can. Some choose not to.
Because they whack at making tracks. Some niggas are dope at actually bars only.
Big barring only, exactly.
They whack. Same thing with mainstream artists. Like there's mainstream artists that are now trying to get into battle rap because they can see that it's starting to either have a wave and make good money.
Yeah.
But then when they step in the ring with these niggas who only know battle rap, they get finished. Look at Cassidy. Cassidy keeps coming just to get paid a check, but he gets smoked every time he gets in the ring. He gets smoked every time.
Is that crazy? Is it that crazy? Is that crazy these days where he's getting beat? Is that crazy?
Yeah, but he's just talking. He's just talking. Now you can tell, like, this nigga's just talking so he can battle, so he can get a paycheck. Not so he can be like, oh, I'm actually dope at this. Because a lot of niggas be like, oh, bars is back. Like, nah, nigga, say something worth hearing because the fans have heard it all. Hey, they've heard it all, and because they heard it all because niggas turned it up on the game. They turned it up lyrically. Triple entendres, bracket right. These guys are making you think so hard when they hit their bars sometimes, bro. Like, yo, bruh, dog, like, and then for mainstream artists to come in and be like, very few mainstream artists can come from mainstream and come to battle rap and kill it. This nigga Loso came in. Loso, I didn't know him as an artist, but I know he was an artist. And then he came into battle rap. And then he killed it. He just came with the heat, dog. I don't know how he did it, but he came with those over your head, make like you where you come like, oh yeah. Shit, this nigga just do that. Yeah. He just say that. You know, and then there's new cats that change the whole style of how you hear things. And when that gets into the ear of the fans that really understand lyricism, like not making a track, but lyricism, because hip hop at the end of the day is battle rap before, making a hit.
It's components to it.
Fine, making a hit makes you money, but are you gonna get respect from other rappers just because you made a hit?
Not necessarily.
Some other rappers would be like, you whack. Versus, okay, nigga, I'm outside. What's up? You got them bars ready? Like, dog, you were chilling playing your game, dog. Next thing you hear, hey yo, You're like, what? It's like, hey dog, we outside. You know what time it is.
Even pause it quick.
You're like, dog, that time you were calling yourself the best. Because that's what they mean when they say I'm outside all the time. These guys are like, dog, me, I'm outside, my bars. Right now, Cortez is getting ready to battle Too Surf after 10 years.
That's crazy. And they've never battled. And they've never battled before.
But they've always talked to each other like okay. But now it's unfair because 10 years later, Surf has Cortez is like he wasn't able to keep up, and Surf is just he's on demonic mode right now, dog. So it's like dog, your timing, like what the heck?
But Too Surf has worked hard, man. Too Surf has worked hard, bro. He's worked hard. Surf.
Yeah, he took a couple Surf took a couple of losses, but he came back strong.
He gets up. Yeah, he doesn't give up.
And he's been unbeaten in the past 3 battles, dog. Like, you know what it takes to be unbeaten, but he's also a legend. He's been around the game for a minute.
For a long time.
He lost to Lux, but everyone's talking about it was a sound. There's a sound, but people always give that guy a chance because he's popular beyond battle rap. Yeah. He's a good musician and an artist. And he made his name stick to a point where he's a presenter and he gets paid. Nice. We are Papa, shame, we are Papa. That's what people like. That's what gets views. And he knows how to use it to his advantage. So, Eminem is just forever out the game, forever off the scene. Never says nothing. Fine, cool, you're great. But dog, there's niggas who have been working, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
guys
absolutely.
who have been working where I believe if Eminem wants to jump on the scene, they'll make him shiver, dog. I would still like to see a Disaster versus Eminem. Because Disaster, dog,
Oh yeah.
like
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
yo,
yeah.
yo. Guys, Disaster just might smoke him, guys. We mustn't act like Eminem was the best ever. Disaster, y'all saw what he did to Cassidy. Not Cassidy, who's that guy from where? And he ripped him,
Matt
made him pull out
Hoffa.
his notepad.
He what?
No.
Oh, cannabis. Yeah. Can he kill who? Forever it'll
Guys,
be no, it'll be written in the history books, dog. That is forever in the history books of hip hop, bro. Forever. That will not ever erase ever. That will always be in the memory of every person who understands the elements of battle rap. That cannabis disaster battle will not leave, bro. That thing was, it got to a point where it was so gully. It was so gully. And then it got to a point where it just started to water down when he brought out that notepad, bro. And I was like, it became cringy, dog. You actually felt bad for cannabis, dog. It got cringy.
Disaster's busy rapping, looking at his lyrics in mid-air.
My man, he was still throwing daggers when the daggers here, dog. He was still going in. He was like, whew. He's making sure that he goes down and not get up. So that was his.
And I've seen more battles like that since then, dog. Matt Hoffa versus this is Hollow the Dawn recently. Where battle was exactly like that. With Disaster versus Cannabis. Another one that happened like last month or something.
Yeah.
Geechee Gotti versus Mike P.
Yeah.
Guys, do not get in the ring with Geechee Gotti with your emotions, because he's gonna hurt your feelings.
He's one of those guys.
It was a one rounder, right?
Yeah.
Geechee Gotti's from the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
He's a West through and through. Gotta ass nigga, bro. This guy got champion of the year twice. I'm like, yo, bro, how does this guy, like, he's one of the top dogs right now, and he's a new kid.
Yeah.
So then, this battle with Mike P, a white boy, man, and he's dope, Mike P, bro. He's dope. But for this specific battle, where it was just one round, because there's battles where they have 3 rounds, then there's battles where there's 3 rounds, but it's limitless. Battles where there's 3 rounds, but a time. Some battles where it's just 1 round. You get 5 minutes, say whatever you want. It's 1 round. That's it. Those are them type of battles. 1 round. Geechee Gotti went the first. I don't know. I forgot who went first or second. But Geechee Gotti spoke about this guy's girlfriend the whole time, dog.
Oh my word.
Yo, dog. This guy in this guy's life.
So he's into the personal shit. So he's into the personal shit.
That's battle rap, dog. That's battle rap.
No, you know why I say that? You know why I say that? Because a number of battle rappers avoid it. They avoid the personals and get to the work. They'll seldom go into the personal. Seldom, maybe 10% they'll go into, maybe 30 at most. They'll go into personals if they have to. It's a fail-safe, dog. You remember? You know what I mean? But it's not generally a thing. This one.
And I understand you when you say that, hey, but Geechee just didn't care. Yeah, because his girlfriend has a history. Now, when you've got a history in battle rap, his girl has a history of sleeping around with other battle raps. Nigga, that's ammunition.
Of course.
Lyrically, bruh, it was sad. Let's just say it was a sad day for Mike P, dog.
Fam, can I take it? Sorry to cut you there. Sorry, my apologies.
No, sir.
Can we take this another direction before we get deep into it?
For sure, we can even switch
because you are in the UK, right? So as you know, just for context, guys, Stay is living in the UK. He was living in South Africa, so he has moved to the UK and is currently, doing his thing there, etc. So for you, fam, let's take the hip hop with the way we're as strong as we are talking about the hip hop culture. How is it there that side? Just let us know in a nutshell what's up with that. How's the UK hip hop culture here that side?
Nah, there's no hip hop culture here, bro. It's just niggas on the corner trying to have swagger like us. Niggas trying to be hard. Niggas acting like they come from South Central.
But I mean, like, right
now what's popping? Right now what's popping is I'm a pian. Hip hop culture. Yes, you get niggas that dress hip hop. You get them. You know, they'll wear LA cap, New York cap, Jordans. The dress lifestyle is there. The lifestyle itself, on the other hand, is not here. You know, you get the most you get is a clique of niggas just chilling in the corner, trying to be hard, whatever.
No hip hop spots, no joints where you can
I'm
listen
yet
to
to
some good hip
find.
hop music, or yet to find that.
I'm yet to find. My sister knows a chick, a white girl who's a DJ, and she's into hip hop and kwaito, miraculous
Okay.
somehow, and she's proper British white girl.
All right,
And she
cool.
likes kwaito. I'm like, hey, okay, I must come check out one of your sets. But right now, she is busy transitioning to Amapiano because it's the demand.
It's a worldwide demand right now. It's everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, piano is the one that's taking over. So yeah, hip
Everywhere,
hop
dog. It's
hasn't
on
been.
TikTok. It's on TikTok. It's on it's everywhere.
Dog,
You know
even
that
Abelungu, woo, ay, ay, yes,
sick, 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 sick.
hey,
All the time. Go on your Instagram now. Mid Ukraine, bro. Like, okay, we get it. Come on, bro. Like, so that's my thing. Is I mean, you'd expect. I get what you're saying, but it still doesn't take away that when you're in the UK, you live in a country like the UK, because hip hop is still a worldwide thing. You go to any country in the world, hip hop music is still a lifestyle. It may be a lifestyle, but it's also an element, something that people listen to, something music that people share. Doesn't matter what era, bro. You still listen. You know, I was listening to somebody's set on one of the radio stations yesterday, actually, and what's it? They were playing MC Light. I rock the party that rocks the body. You right? Yeah, I mean, geez, man, I was going in the car, bro. I was in that track for me. Just like, I'm like, wow, this is my era. You know what I mean? But it's still something that people acknowledge in the country, in South Africa. We acknowledge that the hip hop culture. We respect the hip hop culture. We understand it in a sense.
Yeah, because it played a big role of who we are today from the time that it was created till now. It what they created was damn near biblical.
Yeah.
In terms of the time they made it and the messages that were pushing out at that time. Hence artists from that time can still sing the same songs today and make good money while singing those very same songs. Because 30 years from now, artists that are coming out today, 2019, Little Dirk, NLE, NNE, Easy, all these funny
what NBA young boy.
Hey, Uzi Vert. All these niggas, nobody's gonna remember their songs the way songs from our era were remembered. This is why the Aftermath could still fill up the dome and become a worldwide buzz. It's like, yo, Aftermath was it the Super Bowl, man? They sang the same songs. They didn't even have to switch it up. They didn't have to do anything new. They sang hits that they made Dala, and they still rocked the crowd. 30 years from now, you will not be able to rock the crowd with the kind of music that's been played today because it's just simply not memorable. There's no message behind it, you know? So it's just a one-hit wonder, bro. You know, there's those few tracks that are modern that they're still bumped today. Champion by Meek Mill, Going Bad by Meek Mill and Drake, God's
That's
Plan.
the modern music. That's the modern music still.
At that time, it's still artists making modern tracks now, but those artists are from the end of our era still. They were still when Rick Ross was still coming up, when Drizzy, Meek Mill, these guys are still rappers from our era. You know what I'm saying? These new kids, these new 19-year-olds, no one's gonna remember their ish, bro. Ain't nobody gonna remember their ish. Nobody, unfortunately, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna, because the music ain't saying nothing that nobody can really.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. I'ma still remember Pop Smoke, man. Shit. Yay. Okay.
Boy, R.I.P. Same thing with Nipsey Hussle. Who's gonna forget Nipsey Hussle, guys?
Yeah.
These were artists. You see, that's an artist. That's someone who's gonna come in the game and make a difference. Not someone's gonna
Absolutely.
come in the game and try to get some money. You know,
Mm,
Mac Mill.
mm.
Mac Mill was an artist, bro. That nigga was an artist.
Yeah. Yeah, he will.
Like
Pure.
reaching the masses with what you say, bro. That's an artist. Not
Mm.
someone who just makes a
I
song so
think
they can be rich and put a diamond in their head. Like what the hell, bro?
what makes Mac Miller so unique, or Mac Miller different, especially from one of the white boys rapper, he had soul in him, bro. If you hear him like
Yeah.
harmonize, he had soul, bro. Guy, you'll rap, but he'll sing, like he'll hit a song, dog. He's not shy, bro. He was like, okay, it's something that
Ah, dog.
it's something that a lot of the white rappers kind of avoided or never thought of doing. Like you hear, like no respect, like Baba Sparks, he's still
I
rapping. You know, Paul Wall, Paul Wall, I know Paul Wall.
Hey,
Paul Wall, what it do? He's also on
Scott
some tip.
Ford.
But I think with Mac
Hey.
Miller, man, he was just on that tip where he had a little bit of, he had some soul in him, man. You listen to his
I
Tiny
know he
Desk,
did, bro.
freaking
He
crazy.
did, but
Yeah,
the guy was involved in his music himself in terms of the beats that
yeah,
he was rapping. Was easy
yeah,
day. I'm like, all right, cool. That's a lyricist, my dude. That's a guy who could tell you what's up.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
So,
But
I know that. Yeah.
sorry, man. Sorry. But what about, so in general, like, come on, man. You telling me, even when we got like black folk in the UK, you are a black man there. Yeah, there's a lot of us there in the UK. It's
Yeah.
surely, like you said, you're yet to find, but as well, it's also an integral part in us. Like, we've listened to hip hop music, we've listened to a few hip hop tracks, and taking that into consideration, it's like it should be there. It's a part of everybody, man. It's a part of most people, bro. But so
Yeah.
you're
No, but
it's just
it's
something
definitely a
that's
part of most
created there.
people. It's just not the trend right now.
I get what you're
It's just
saying.
yeah, like there's
Mm.
hip hop clothing everywhere. There's hip hop. You know, I see niggas driving their Beamers, other guys are in Rolls Royces, and they're still bumping Dr. Dre from back in the day, about 50 Cent. So they still got that. Because those artists were hip hop. Those artists were hip hop. Like the original meaning and culture of hip hop, even the way I'm saying it, dog. You know, versus these niggas that are artists now, they're hip hop, and then but you hear they sleeping with other niggas. Like, hey, dog,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
You do what you do at the end of the day, you know? That's you as an artist. But the culture, you know the culture don't accept, the culture don't accept that, dog. You
Hmm.
know the culture we don't accept that. We're like, all right, dog.
Yeah,
Like and
yeah.
to some point that's gonna hinder some of your record sales. Let's be honest.
It's true. That's
You
true.
know, you've got the right to do whatever you want to do, but our culture is a specific kind of culture. And that shit we don't favor it. Unfortunately, we just don't favor it. Look at when those artists come out. Oh, you judging him? Unfortunately, that's the culture, dog. That's the culture. We gotta keep the culture the way the culture is.
Mm.
Because a lot of people actually forget what hip hop is, where it came from, how it started, why it started.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, that
yeah.
hip hop was started by guys who were just telling their stories in the hood stories. This is why when artists who come out in the beginning with hood stories make a dope album, they sell millions of records because people can relate to that hood story, that
Mm.
story of something, that the story of pain. Now you're out here, yeah, money out these hoes, and it's all I know. It's like, not dog. Not all of us can relate to that, bro. I'm sorry, unfortunately, but like, and that's just for them rich kids, bro. Which majority is abongamla, so they make those records so that they can sell to them because they got the money, they got the masses in the U.S. and they loving the ish, bro. Look at this guy, 6ix9ine, dog. 6ix9ine, they allowed that guy to come in the game. They allowed him to snitch, and he still got free. Like that goes against almost every law of hip hop culture, like the real culture. You know, Meek
Yeah,
Mills,
yeah,
Meek Mill did a bid. Jim Jones did a bid. Cameron did a bid. Noriega did a bid, dog. This guy's in and out just like that. Obviously, he's backed by whatever
mm,
police. Everybody's been saying that.
yeah.
You know,
So tell me, so tell me, and this is, and obviously with the, being in the UK, um, how's the how's the dating steez there? The dating market. How's it going there? Sorry, I had to flip it on you there, because now
I know. I was waiting for the flip. I'm like, yo, dog, when are we gonna switch?
Yeah, man. How's the dating market there?
No, umcholo here is umcholo, bro. I won't lie. There's a lot more, there's a lot more belief in someone when you're dating them in this country. Like, you can trust that they're not gonna cheat on you. Because number one, people are busy out here. Like, people are busy. And if you're busy, now you're busy and your girl's busy. When you're not busy, trust me, so they're here together. And it is what it is, like there's very little, there's not much cheating that goes on from what I've seen. Yes, it does happen everywhere, but
everywhere
it's not
you go, yeah.
But it's not as prominent as it is back home. God, like, damn, back home, and I can say
it's like a sport.
It's a sport, right? So this side, like, the niggas this side are chumps. Like, they on this Tupacalypse gangster thug life thing. It's like, bro, just get a job. Why are you crying about the government? Nigga, get a job. Stop crying. Get your spoiled ass attitude. Get a gig and work. Other than that, you make sure you multiply the seed that you have. That's your job after that. Oh, you're trying to get paid high salary. What are you doing? We all know what the kind of economy or situation we're in. It's the land for the Wheatons. They're only gonna let a few of us in there, dog. When are you crying about? After that, it's up to you, G. We know that the game is rigged.
Yeah,
game is rigged, bro. But interracial dating is definitely it's no biggie here.
Okay,
it's no biggie. The girls are more trustworthy. That's just facts. That's not me judging. That's not me hating on home. That's just facts.
Okay.
Get in a relationship here, it's most likely to last because of the faithfulness. The girls here, they always want to pay their way. So when they say 50-50, they ain't playing. They mean that ish. You will see it in the difference of how you date someone this side.
So they prefer to be responsible for themselves in that respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like through and through. And through. You're not coming here. Oh, Kupa favor. Nah.
Oh.
And if it is Kupa favor, it's returned with trust, like with
interest.
Okay, look, interest with order. You know what I mean?
With order. Yeah.
Order.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back home, girls just be asking you money. J is random. I have what? Oh, you out your mind, dog. You've seen the screenshots I've sent you, like, dog, look at this. Oh, the hell? Like, I don't know you. So at the same time, also in different economies, so that has a role to play with it. But prostitution is in South Africa, prostitution is here. A person just chose to do the other thing instead of the other. So,
but isn't it safe to say, when you look at or not really safe to say, but can we not say, in a different dynamic between men and women that side, or men and women in general, that the dating market somehow has a very small percentage of those kind of people, and then you have another percentage, not even small percentage, you got a percentage of those people, and you still got a percentage of people who just roam the streets?
Yeah, and then they just ratchet. You don't want to be running around with young kids this side. It'll be very evident when you're dating a young person this side. Yeah, they're the ones who are most likely to cheat on you because they're running rampant in the streets.
Okay.
Trying to get with anything working because it's still new to them, because the laws are so strict on kids. So once they get their freedom, they're just trying to wild out. You know what I mean? Versus someone who's got a job, who's relaxed, who's chilling. If they're looking for it, you should be going to get what you're looking for: a relationship, a trusting relationship. And I don't think you're going to have to worry about, your woman having too much time on her hands and trying to get all of your time, because there's just too much to do. You got to be busy in this country. Got to be busy. Back home, girls come home and they got nothing to do, and then they like, oh, what are you doing? well, me, I'm still busy. Then that becomes an issue. It's like, no, bro, like people plan issue. They plan.
Like this guy
you know?
literally said, on his YouTube, right? And I'll send you the video. Literally said that if you ain't doing anything else, you're probably cheating or something. This is a dude, right? Right? And I was like, no, man. Are you seriously saying that to me, that in this life, if you've got like when Sthembiso or me, Fonzo, are doing other stuff where she's not involved, it's automatically we're just running around rampant, putting things where they're not supposed to be. Like, really? Come on.
If that's how you think, that's your business, dog. Like,
For
I don't know why
sure.
I try to prove to you that I'm doing something else.
Yeah,
I'm working, dog. I got
busy.
my business on the side.
Busy.
I got Apex. I'm trying to get my ish on the side. I'm doing my financial thing with Forex and all that, CFX. I've got a track record of busyness.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's not, okay, job, come home, and then I do nothing, like a guy like that, then you can complain and say it doesn't give you enough time because he ain't doing shit with the rest of his other time. But me, I'm doing that. Like, there's times when I need to stay up late for days on end because I'm in the markets. So I'm busy. Literally I'm busy. But then if you don't, for them it's all about them, dog, at the end of the day. Like Nami, even now I was rapping with some other girl that I met you. South African. And I thought because maybe it was other South African, it would have changed. You can take Shanika out the hood, but you can't take the hood out Shanika.
Hey, what are you silly? I get what you're saying. Right?
Because I was dealing with it. In fact, so I was dealing with the chick from back home here, and the same thing played out. I'm like, well, it don't matter where you're at.
So wait, so you're saying is that Wardies these days tend to be lazy in certain respects? Is that what you is that okay? All right. All right.
But that's just a fact. That's just a fact.
I agree with I tend to agree with you in that sense because it does come to a point.
Men too are supposed to become lazy in their own ways, but continue.
It's because it goes back down to men and women alike have become so lazy in the dating market. But because men being lazy in the sense of where they are not really dissecting and delving into their preferences, they tend to every man has a preference, but they don't necessarily act on that. They kind of take the deal that they've been given in a sense. But as well, women in the dating market feel that they need all these things but not have to put any effort. And please understand this when I say, bro, this is from my perspective. I'm yet to see, there's only a very small percentage of women that I hear that actually understand what men actually really want.
Very
the ones who splash it out for the world to, the ones who splash it out for the world to see are the ones who don't necessarily get positive outcomes. Because if they did get positive outcomes, they wouldn't be talking about it or projecting it out there on social media. You get what I'm saying?
I need to be going with whatever movement was trending at the time that made them feel liberated. People got swayed by the movement that was popular to their emotions at the time and not taking the time to realize, if you do want someone, you can't move with the movement that's moving right now because, the normal person that doesn't subscribe to trends and stuff is the kind of person you're going to want to be with when it's all said and done. A person like people that don't care about social media, they've got the happiest lives. They've got the best relationships. All the social media pressure is just crap. People are on some cancel culture. People are also living in reverse, which is what Kanye West is trying to tell people. You ignore a chick And then that's how you make her like you. If you tell her you like you ain't ish. She wants a bad boy. I don't know what world you're living in for the backwards inside out effect to be taking place, but that's what we're living in now. And a lot of people, can't live like that. They can't. Like, I'm not gonna pretend to be a bad boy just so I can attract chicks. You crazy? Like, I must go against how I am as a person just so I can attract some women. Nah,
So
me, y'all crazy. And now these women or these people are online crying. Dog, they're crying out online. The posts. Oh, I want them jolo with no tof. Oh, I want tof with no jolo. But your previous posts, you were pushing feminism. You were pushing men ain't ish. You were pushing xenophobism. You were pushing all these things that had absolutely nothing to do with you. Majority, because you safe at home, you chill in your crib. Now you're unapproachable because the social media thing got you ahead. You think everything's supposed to be done for you. You think you don't have to work to impress a man. Like, come on, being a black man is the most dangerous job in the world. No one cares about you. No one cares about how you think, how you feel. No one gives a fuck. Like, you get it the hardest, and you get judged just for acting out because of how hard things are. It's like, no, ain't that just like, nah, bro, get off my case, bro. If you're not gonna support me, then get away from me. Like,
yeah.
already we don't have support from nobody. Economics doesn't support us. And people are gonna say, nah, but it supports the few. The few bourgeois. Every other nigga has to fend for themselves. Yet that's those same niggas who are fending for themselves get put under the same microscope as everybody else. Like, nah, we ain't got it like that. Even you said most black men mature financially later. Is that our fault? Our fault is when we're financially strapped and they didn't see fit for them to pass it on to us. And then we still get put in a bad light. It's like, well, bro, actually, as a black man, we can't afford to care because if we do, we're gonna go down as if we're not going down as is already. Spiritually, emotionally. Look at how many suicides in this month already, dog. Or deaths, should I say. So, Umcholo right now needs to take a back seat before understand each other. Because if you don't understand each other, what's the point of Chole? There really is no point. And I say this from a place of experiment, from experience and observation. I sat and I watched and I went through my own fires and I put my own fires out because unfortunately no one had been through what I had been through. So my friends, my niggas,
no one that no one that had been through what you've been through.
Yeah, no one that I know. There's nobody that I know that's been in a relationship for as long as I've been in a relationship multiple times.
Yeah.
And still bounce back from that, not with the beta mentality, because they come back different. You gotta admit, niggas come back different. So either you can come back stronger or come back different, and usually they come back different because of what a woman thinks of them. It's like, bro, you worried about what a woman like? But maybe, well, then fix yourself and get on your purpose, and then maybe they want to have that ability to put you there. I was put there every time.
I think
because I didn't. I'm like, whatever, bro. I'm still going there at the end of the day. So the train goes without you want to hop off. The train's not stopping, so you can hop off. Just get off then.
I think definitely you're right, because it takes. There's no way you can change a Wardy's mind at all if maybe she don't feel you. Only thing you can change is yourself. Only thing you can change yourself. Only thing, and bro. No matter how many no matter how many roses you buy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. For her, it's yo, man, it's pay as you go. You feel?
Dog.
For you, for you suffer at a loss. All you can do is change yourself as the homie.
Bro. And find yourself a better chick and have standards with that ish, because that's another reason why chicks play us, is because we allow them. That's why they play us, because we allow that ish, bro. Like, I don't understand why niggas are allowing it. You know, like after that, bro, like coochie is everywhere. Why you gotta be hanging on to this one just because it's what you got right now? Nigga, she ain't the one, she ain't the one. Slide, bro. Let her slide, because if you're in your purpose, then you be about your ish. It's not about them, it's about you, dog. She's the extension of you. She got taken from your rib. How are you at her mercy?
Because
if your rib got taken, how are you now buckling? It's these old Abokrot man. I need to baptize. They're still horny for these young girls, and their time is gone, but they want to collect. So now they're coming through and messing with our generation, because women like to say, "Oh man," it's like, no, just because you were messing with the older generation of men, don't bring their habits upon us. Because we didn't do that, us young cats. The few young cats that you went along and got that done with, cool, fine, but validates these women like they're gold when there's a whole lot more of them, when there's a less of us. Scarcity is the commodity. Like, that's just a fact. Like, come on, that's a fact. That's a fact. You know, women get to choose who they want to fuck. Niggas have to settle for who they want to fuck, but niggas get to choose who they want to marry. Women have to settle for who they get married to.
But is it not coming down to that point of, and I've heard this numerous times in the manosphere spaces, right? Women have access to sex, men give access to relationships and marriage. We have access to that. We choose who we want to marry. I look, me and you, we can DM as many shorties as we can. We can even have a competition now, a DM-a-thon. How many shorties will respond to how many messages? We can use all the playbook we can. We can throw Hail Marys, do picks. We can do all types of plays, man. We can, you know what I mean? But our outcomes will be very, very minimal to none, right? That's just the reality. You'll get maybe a small percentage of a shorty responding to your DM, but that's just by sheer chance. And if she does respond to you, it's just a hello because it's a kind courtesy. You reverse that around with the ladies. It's very easy, man. They can say hi to one dude. He's quick. He's there, dog. He's there. He's transformed like Optimus Prime. He's there, dog. He's woken up from his sleep because he got a DM back from a shorty. And him plus 100 other guys. That's how easy access she has. And look, I'm not saying this in a slutty way here. I'm saying women generally have easy access to sex. They can say who they want to smash here now. They can do it.
No, that's a fact.
We don't have that luxury. We don't have that luxury, and we're not tripping. And I'm not even tripping that we don't have the luxury. But however, men, we have access to relationship and marriage. We choose who we want to marry. We choose who we want to be in a relationship with. So for shorty, for me, and I speak on myself, for shorty got a huge body count, as they say, I ain't gonna mess with that. I'm like, yo, I watch how you move. I watch how you move. You know what I mean? If you're always forever on your Instagrams and stuff, and you're always forever tripping and you're getting on this tip where you're not getting the attention you want, but you're focused on me and I'm your guy, we got a serious problem. You get what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
If your phone is your therapist, we're gonna have a problem. Most people's phones know better than other people.
Yeah.
You know, if your phone is a therapist, phone knows anything, we're gonna have problems, bro.
But now tell me. Continue. Sorry, continue. Go on. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just a short. Everyone's living through their avatar, through their profile.
Now, here's my next question for you, and you're getting to it. You're alluding to that. Based on your previous experiences, based on what look at put me under pressure here on the script. All right. So based on your previous relationships, have you understood the vetting process you would go through when you're picking the one you want to be with? What are you looking at? What are you looking at differently now? What are you piecing together? Because trust, man, and believe, and please, let's not deviate. We tend to go into a position where we use our next relationship as a get back at the person who's done us wrong. You get what I'm saying? we're not necessarily learning from those previous relationships, but we're using it as our next relationship as a retribution of redeeming ourselves from the hurt that we've probably gone through, both men and women alike. So, but when you go into it, you haven't learned shit because you're doing exactly the same thing that you probably did before. And you're using your past experiences as a constituent to be the way you are in your current relationship. So now I ask you this, is that in this sense, is that have you learned the process, or have you, in a sense, learned your vetting process in terms of who you want to be with and how?
Yeah, no, I learned, bro. And
yeah,
as painful as it is, I'm also glad I learned the way I learned.
Okay.
Because for when you get it when you get into that kind of pain when you're young, 6-7 year relationships, and then just decides I wasn't feeling, and then it happens again and again and again. Cool, that's one thing, but being able to bounce back each time that happens is what's more important. And every time I bounced back, I watched my homies go through their relationship, which also gave me more feedback. And I listened to the woman I was around in a different way when I was around them. So that also gave me more feedback because I was working at that spot where it was just women everywhere, gang women everywhere. I sat and I took notes. I'm like, how you feel? This is really, really how you feel? And I hear the stories. I'm like, yo, guys, y'all niggas need to vet your women, because when you don't trust, they're gonna take advantage of you. And that is because that is not it's not them taking advantage for taking advantage. It's in their nature. It is part of who they are and what builds them as women. And it's been made worse now by the beta males. So for the nigga that's not trying to be beta, you gotta be on your purpose, and you gotta understand that when something does go down with a woman, she is an extension of you, not the other fucking way around. That's just how it goes. I can't be bothered about social media and modern ways. No, if you're riding with me, it's about what I'm doing, because at the moment, as me, it was Sthembiso, whatever I'm doing, it's got more validity than whatever it is you're doing. You've got a job. Okay, you got a job. What else you do? You just got a job, and you got a gym. Okay, no, me, I got a business. Been running for a hot minute. Apex. I got the freelance graphic design. I got my Forex financial journey. I'm trying to fill out those pockets of a man.
Yeah.
That should be filled out for a man, by a man, and for the purpose of a man, not for the purpose of a relationship and a woman and what she thinks and how she's gonna agree. And if I meet her, no, it's for me. Because if I'm the one with the key to the relationship, as you said, at the end of the day, then I need to make sure my shit is straight. So if you're not helping me get to that shit and be straight, we can bounce. And I'm very proud of how far I've come, because even in those relationships that were long term, as much as I didn't want to, I had to end it because I could tell this is not going. I'm not going to reach where I want to go if I keep riding with this person. So unfortunately, it just has to end. It sucked. But I had to think about myself at the end of the day. I'm just going to say it's selfish, fine. But then if I don't complete my objective, then I'm never going to be able to even be the man that you need me to be if you wanted to stay. This is why women bounce easily, because they don't trust in the potential anymore. They've been screwed over by potential so many times.
Yeah.
They don't recognize it when they see it. And when they do see it, they don't know how to treat it. So they treat it like crap. They don't know how to treat it like they see. They ain't no, people have eyes in the brain. Okay, and them things work properly. People like to pull the wool over people's eyes, act like, oh, I didn't know. My phone was dead. Battery died. Same excuses now, be being stupid, but it's fine. Keep going that way. Keep going that way. So for me, my vetting process, if you aren't with me if you aren't actively working with me to make the dream happen as a person who wants to be with another person, which is essentially, get a house, live nice, nice cars, nice money, make things,
make the house run. Make the house run.
If we aren't bringing good money together, okay, if we're bringing good money together, job, fine, cool. That's what everybody's doing. Everyone is doing that. And then that always crumbles because one is always competing with the other. It's like, nah, bro, come on, don't do that. And we know which way the competition is beginning, but it's always from the woman towards the man. Like, bro, relax. Because like you said, we don't care about how much you make. We really don't. It's very evident that we don't. Come on. We don't even have to. We don't have to prove it. We don't care.
I just worry about. My concern is, will you respect me as such? Will you put me in a position where but that's the conundrum, dog. That's the conundrum. Is that will you?
That's all they see is 1%. I want a 1% man, 1% man, 1% man. They forget that 1% means extreme minority. Yet the majority of them want that minority.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. So they're willing to wait it out until you get rich, then they catch you then. They're crazy. I'm gonna be sleeping with every girl under the sun because nobody helped me get there.
But here's
no woman who was there to be my rock. I suffered alone. It was whack.
But here's my thing.
Ugly. I had to for myself. If you ever show up and you don't respect me as a person that's there, as if I was there throughout the journey, because usually, someone respects you a little bit more when they've witnessed your hustle from when you had nothing to when you have. But when they just get it all, they kind of lack respecting you as you are, So for me, it's like, right, if we're not getting money together, get my face. If you're not serious about us getting money together, you've got your job, I've got my job. Okay, what else are we doing with our money to make more money? Because once we're invested like that, then a woman is serious about you. Then someone is serious about you.
But that's true in most sense of the part. However, I get what you're saying when you're putting your heads together. And this is something I watched on a show called, shout out to them, guys. You need to watch the show on YouTube called We Need to Talk. Right? And this chick it's a guy behind the camera asking different people. If it's a guy, the guy asks the chick's questions, and then when it's the guy's interview, it's a chick asking the questions, right? And this chick, she came up with a very good point. I'm actually going to post that video up on my YouTube channel. She said she was having a conversation with her homie, right? And her homie said, sure, if you have a business plan and your man has a business plan, and both your business plans are multi-million-dollar business plans, whose business plan do you need to go for? She's like, you need to go for his business plan because he's the one who will present the structure within the whole dynamic of the relationship. Do you get what I'm saying? Or whatever plan it is to make a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? Whether your business plan passes or fails, nonetheless, it's your business plan that needs to take lead and take head of what's happening. Remember one thing. When you're in a relationship and you are perceived, you are the dominating, you are the man factor of the household. You are expected to protect and provide. You are also expected to make critical decisions too. Critical decisions that are that could change the dynamic of your family, whether it be positive or negative. We don't know. It depends. Life happens, bro. You understand? So I get what you're saying in that respect where you are making money. But remember one thing is we as men, we perceive money differently from women. Women tend to, not all of them, but women use money as a power source. It's like an infinity stone to them.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's like an infinity. I'm telling you, women have the perception of money differently than men. Our perception of money is to make sure the running of the crib, running of life is good. We make sure investments are done, etc. Our perception of money is different because we don't compete. in that sense. We don't compete with women if our paper is up. If you're a person making millions of rands a month, you're in a position where you don't need to compete with anybody. You don't even need to be in a position where you compromise with somebody. And I'm not saying run a dictatorship to the shorty. I'm just saying you are the decision maker, regardless. So it comes back down to, if you get a shorty who makes good money, which doesn't matter at the end of the day, where will there be that same respect in, as you equate paycheck, will that be in equate to respect? Because remember, the respect to you, because like, let's be honest, bro. And I say this very candidly, bro. Some shorties will make a lot of dough and maybe equivalent next to a guy. The respect still kind of hampers, bro. It sways.
No, it does. And they're not going to admit it. You know, these are people who will never take accountability. Let's remember that. So that's why we are here, to put it on paper and say, hey, dog, there is that bunch of females that just ain't trying to respect nobody because they're making more than men.
I dated a shorty who made more than me, and the treatment was very unbecoming. So hey, I must say this is that imagine if I made equal or more than her, would the dynamic change either way? Would it have changed either way?
It would have changed. It would have changed if you met her where she was at or surpassed her. It would have changed.
In what sense? In what sense?
She would have respected you more. She would have gave you less stress because she would have known you got options. When they feel that we don't have options, when anybody feels that anybody doesn't have options,
of course,
there's no ways the power trip idea doesn't cross their mind. Like, oh,
okay.
I've got not to say that I've got more than this person so I can control them, but the simple thought of I do have more than this person crosses their mind. And when that crosses your mind, how you behave after that is determined by the thought process that reaches that point, which makes up who you are. So for me, you know, there were long-term relationships, but you know, I was always told I could have done better here, I could have done better. I'm like, but okay, that's it. We couldn't have fixed that. After like 6 years of dating, we couldn't have fixed that. That means you didn't trust. That means like it's not. And for me, after that, after all my experience, it's all about the money, dog. And for them, it's security, dog. It's security.
But here's going back to that. And here's going back to that. Is that,
you know, that's how they choose their men. That's just how they do it. It's not a matter of this is new. It's not a matter of it's because it's money. Yes, money, but the money equals security. So,
but it also gives you the right.
That's the nature of women. They choose according to who can make them secure the most.
But you are in that. If you are a man in that position, it doesn't take away the fact that you have every right or every ounce of you to pick who you want. You have the option to, you have the ability to explore your options freely because you are in that position. Is it not right? There's no compromise about it because dude, trust me, if you're making, if you're making, excuse me, if you're making 3 million a month, for example, I'm just being extreme here. All right. You're making 3 million a month, bro. You are living a good life. You are in a position where things are good, everything is in order, and your house is in order. You have every ounce of rights. I'm not mad at you when you explore your options, fam. Especially to the preference you want.
The options are gonna open up themselves to you. That's what happens with money, bro.
Absolutely, like, it speaks differently.
When you get that money rack at 10,000, 20,000 rand. Then they wrap it in the paper that's got the number of how much money it is. That's how things come to you. That's how attention comes to you. Friends, women, because of what you mentioned, the lifestyle you're living. Like if you earn 3 million a month, you're driving a sports car, at least, you know, a luxury sports car. you're living in a dope area and you're only going to dope places. So one thing I know about people, they hunt in the areas where they want to live at, in a sense.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're always in fours and you always seem like, you know, you're only gonna run around with chicks with fours, you know, and they're gonna expect even more.
Yes.
Even more. Because for the mere fact that they're there.
Yeah.
So when you have money, you have options, bro. That's not a joke. When you have money, you got options, bro. That's why I left graphic design. I'm like, bro, the kind of life that I want to live in my head is not going to equate by me doing graphic design. It's not going to equate with my clothing brand as much as it's a successful clothing brand. Where I want to go is not going to equate. So I had to jump into the financial field of things and battle with that, because that already is a battle in our community to wrap our head around finance, simply for the mere fact that we do not know how to handle finances in order for it to grow. We are microwave people. We want it now. Once we get the money now, it must leave now. And whatever we spend it on dumb stuff that is not an asset that can make us more money. So, you know, these are the things I'm trying to strengthen. I know how to take care of a woman. That's easy. I've done it before, you know, and I'm not gonna be, you know, put to the standard of what they think is taking care of them for. I did it to the best of my ability at that time. I never said no. I always did my best to take care of you. Bonga phone, it wasn't enough for you at that time. Sharp, I won't judge you. Keep it moving. I'm not gonna judge myself either. I did my freaking best, so I know how to do it.
There's only so much you can do.
There's only so much you can do, you know. So for me, I need to focus on my financial stability so that I can have those options. And I must have the good options, not just in your ratchet option from Instagram ass chick who's hit up by every other nigga. No, I'm gonna go for the normal chick who's just the way that I like them, with my vetting process.
And she's about
I
you.
take my time.
Yeah,
I take 6 months to a year to get to know you. Most girls be like, that's too long. Why are you rushing? Why are you rushing? I'm trying to not rush to the thighs, to the promised land when you're rushing for a relationship. And for me personally, that tells me you want what I have, not who I am. You don't care about who I am. You're worried about what I have, how quick we can get together, you know, how quickly you can run your game on me. That's what I'm thinking.
Finesse game.
You know, versus like, hey, dog, I'm trying to get to know you here. I'm trying to get to build a respect so that we can get to love. Because if you just love me immediately, then it's infatuation. And infatuation don't last. Infatuation don't last.
It don't at all.
But when you respect me, when you know, okay, guy has a grind. This guy, I'm not dating this guy, but I know he's up at the AMs all the time. I respect his regime, but I still like him. But I have to respect what he's doing because I don't have that hold over him.
Yeah.
Or I'm not in a relationship with him to be able to tell him like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's work on that a little bit first. But no, most people just want to jump straight in, and niggas usually fall for it because it's coochie at the end of the day. So they fall and they buckle, and then she's just like, so easy. Like unfortunately, you gotta play mind games with these females. Unfortunately, as sad as that sounds, bro, mind games have to be played, bro. Mind games have to be played. Nice guy finished last. It's not even about the nice guy. If you are just a normal human being and express yourself in the most normal and purest way, people are gonna look at you like you're crazy, which is what Kanye West has been saying forever. I experienced that because I was treating my woman well. I did the best I could. I didn't, you know, I always showed her attention. I always told her I loved her. I always did everything that I could, like a good wood should, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, but they don't tell you the wood gets maggots and rusts and stuff, and
that's,
you know, and it's due to
termites.
The termites, due to, you know, there's a lot of influence with this. There's modernism, there's friends, there's social media, there's a lot of things that influence. And at the same time, we also have to step it up to a certain degree, which sucks because like everything is just getting expensive. So we have to step it up in terms of just have to. Right. No choice. Look at petrol, you know? But now people are just being ridiculous and wanting the same level of whatever they want, knowing that the economy is bailing for like, wait, You're still gonna judge me upon that issue, knowing that things are getting harder. Can't you gonna vie, Joe? Vie.
It goes back down to my like before we wrap up, nah, because yeah, we got some limited time here. Excuse me. My last segment, and you just touched on it now because you said it. You said it even. Does mainstream or social media dictate the way people date? Your thoughts?
It can. Can. It plays a big influence. Busy looking at other people's things, listening to your girlfriends. And that's what traps us, boy. That's what.
I get you.
There is a sickness that no one wants to let go of, and it traps us because, that's one thing I didn't like about how quickly South Africa, or my environment, claimed to evolve, and I say that because I had traveled at that time already. So when we had claimed that we're evolving, we're one of the top tier countries. No, we're not, because we're still dealing with a lot here, bro. How are we gonna, then we let the social media thing come in. Then we let this high life come in. Then we let Ochrotman into the club. Then we let these niggas eat girls sushi off of our women. Then we let our women started behaving the way they behave, putting a Grootman standards onto a young kid who never had a Grootman to believe in. Then we let so much happen, and the ones who were eating were just eating and then didn't stop eating. They didn't stop. They didn't know how to, because they were like, just because I'm this person, I can get this. I'm going to abuse this avenue. This is when the club scene was going crazy in Sandton, back to back to back. And I saw all the ratchetness that can ever happen. Anything that you've seen or heard in the club happening, from coke to rape to gangbangs to fights. I saw it all there in Joburg, Sandton. I bought it with my own eyes, dog. And I was just a person coming to pick up someone I'm with, because my girl was working in that scene. Obviously didn't work out because of that scene. Life happens, bro. It sucked then, but I'm like, okay, cool, fine, sharp. That's how people are. That's just people. You're gonna change people. So, and like everybody wants best for themselves, which you have the right to. We've been told that, we all can be rock stars. With these social media platforms, we've been told this. But then we forget to detach that from our reality. Mm-hmm. Someone will promise you, baby, the beta males, the DM beta male niggas come through, baby, yeah. Then they go on holiday, it's only pictures of them. They don't know who paid for that ish. They only see pictures of yourself. We know the routine, dog. We know social media plays a big ass role in relationships. And the more social media is there, the more your issues out there, the less stability your relationship's gonna have. Unless you know how to keep it schoon, because, she can start a fight at home because of someone's comment, bro. We've seen this happen. Because of a comment, because of an emoji, dog. Yet there's no location for the Facebook place. Who's sleeping on the couch now?
You get scrutinized for a cap emoji. Who sent you that cap emoji?
No, then it's fans only. You liked this girl's page. Yeah, this one, like, yo.
Why did she like your pic? You're like, why did she like your pictures? I'm like, I don't even know her, Shawty. I don't even know her.
Bro. Device, bro. That's why I've always had my ish unlocked, so I don't have nothing to hide. Like, bro, go to my ish. I ain't got nothing, bro.
I also don't unlock my shit. I don't unlock it. I don't lock it, bro. Sorry, I don't lock my ish, bro. If you want to look into the crypto.
And I don't get that kind of attention online. So for me personally, I got nothing to worry about. I don't got girls knocking me up. Hey, hi, handsome. I don't get zero, zilch. You get that more than me. I told you, bro. Girls
hey now.
Hey.
Stop the cab. Stop the cab.
going for coffees and lunch. And yeah, I wish I had your type of game, but I don't, and I can't
Shut
complain.
up.
The only thing
Shut up. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're
like
saying.
I just focus on my game. But what?
My last question is, and this is, it comes from a very genuine place. If you were 16 again, or if you met your 16-year-old version of yourself, what would you tell him? What would you say to him? If you had a conversation where you chilled with him, he didn't know who you were, you chilled with him for an hour, and you had a conversation with him, just a general conversation. What would you talk to him about? What would you say? What would you advise him?
Hey man, get on your paper chase, bro. Get on your paper chase. Like I think that's the only thing I wish I could have done earlier was get into financial literacy early because I followed my passion and I followed my passion thoroughly. There's very little toothpaste I can squeeze out of that tube at this point. I've outdone myself when it comes to my passion in arts, videography, the graphic design, fashion. I've outdone myself. The only thing that I'm, doing now, which, I feel would have paid dividends extremely and fast track me to where I want to be is my financial literacy, because we don't get told that at a young age, young Black boys, majority of us, we don't. So I would have been like, yo, dog, math is important. Get your math on, because I stopped math, not because I was bad at it. I was good. It's just I didn't like the teacher who was teaching me because she didn't do a good job at doing the actual education. So I'm like, no, it's the teacher, bro. I know when I'm not good at something and I'm good. It's just this teacher here ain't doing the biz, bro.
What would you tell him
So
to avoid?
to avoid, same thing I've been avoiding. Avoid fake people, fickle people, dog. Avoid, avoid people avoid fake people. More than anything, fake people, they don't end, bro. Fake people don't end the A-way. You'd swear you know someone for years, you'd be like, fake ass nigga. Like, bro, avoid fake people. Like, and
Thanks.
I've always been an advocate of that. I've always avoided like just shiesty, shady, or unethical or inconsistent people. Just stay away from them, bro. They're not good for you. They don't allow you to think straight. They don't allow you to think clear. They drag you down with whatever habits they be doing, and just keep yourself around like-minded people, even though it's a few. If you find them, hold on to them for dear life and build that relationship, make it strong. Because
That's what it is, huh? I know, facts, man. Facts. Reason why I asked you that question, I was like, I thought about it myself. Like, what would I tell my 17-year-old self? But yeah, it's just a whole lot of thought processes going on, But yeah, man, I think if anything, we need to, focus on self-improvement, because that's what it's about. And that's what this channel is about, That's why I can get people to come through, have these conversations, but we can talk, we can just be ourselves and be honest and talk about the current state of what's happening, because not many people are. So, it's very important that us as dudes, and that's why I say I call these bear cave sessions, bruh.
hey, bro.
Ain't nobody who's unsavory will come into a bear cave, bruh. If you're unsavory, bro, don't mess around what's in the bear cave. But that's what it
How
is.
you gonna get paid, bro?
Yeah, we keep it gully out here, But yeah, it is how it is. I think
Which is important. We've lost a lot of our gulliness as human beings. Like
yeah,
we're so sensitive. Everything was
very,
sensitive. Like
very,
relax,
yeah,
relax,
very,
chill out.
very.
It's because now the cameras are there. You know what an anxiety attack is all of a sudden. Relax, bro. That's
All of a sudden, it just clicks in your head like, oh, I know what an anxiety attack is. Oh, snap. But yeah, man, it's truth, man. We're so hyper. Oh, what did you say? You're like, oh gosh, you don't
Go
understand what I'm
outside
trying
and
to
talk to
say.
someone. Don't talk on WhatsApp all the time. Go outside and meet somebody and
Meet
talk to a human
people,
being.
yeah, fellas, meet
Go
people,
outside. Have a fresh air, dog. Be
yeah,
outside. Go
yeah,
outside.
yeah.
Just chill in the crib all the time. It's just, hey, You know, it doesn't give you a proper perspective of what's going on out here.
No, it
And
doesn't.
we share the world, bro. We share the world with each other. So we owe each other each other. We owe each other each other. And if
Yeah.
not, then guess what? When that time comes, when you're old, you're gonna regret, and you don't want to be regretting, bro. You don't want to be
Yeah.
regretting.
Yeah, for
You don't want to
sure.
be regretting. Yeah, I choose not to do certain things because I don't want to regret, because I've seen in the future people that have suffered. I don't drink a lot because I've seen my dad passed away from that thing, and I can see what it does to your skin. It's a heavy duty task. Drinking, there's 2 days of hangover. You try to. I am not young anymore. I'm not old, but I ain't young. You know. So that's my body telling me it ain't healthy. But other people's minds take over and say, but my life is effed up. I can't deal with your ish, bro. I know it's not easy, but it'll make life easier if you deal with your ish,
especially if you talk about it too, and you express what you're going through to people, a reliable person that you can have avenues where you can do that. Being silent and building this little silo for yourself doesn't help you jack if you talk and express, especially us guys. Look, it irks me, for me, honestly, before we wrap up, it irks me the fact that popular people of influence or rappers that everyone liked has to pass away and to get the message of what we're going through. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, man. Niggas have been going through this. Niggas have been going through the most. And I'm not saying that we're victims or running the victim Olympics here. I'm just saying is that it's about a listening and understanding of where people are coming from. We're human beings. As much as men physically are dominant and we have the physical power to, do whatever, we still have a brain. We still have our mind. We still have things here. We still have that thing to express. We still have feelings. We're not bionic men. We're not bionic men. Excuse me. So it just comes back down to that, is that it's funny how we guys have been going through the most, but it's only now that people are listening and want to listen or volunteer to listen. I said it in my last video. I said, yeah, everyone will tell you to be kind, but then a week later we back on our bullshit. But it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? And I'm not here to address the hate or the negativity side, bro. I mean, I'm about positive and making things happen. That's why Big Bear Online is here. That's why you're here. That's why we can do these things and make sure that we're talking about these issues among dudes. And I'm not saying this so we can, alpha male. No, we're human beings. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Let's be normal people. As much as you are normal in front of your mother or your parents, you'll be normal in public. You conduct yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is, fam. Yeah. But still, listen up, man. We're gonna wrap up. Thank you for the session, fam. Thank you for the session. Even though with our schedule, here, Mzansi, go to the load shedding, askis, there's no stage one that side. If you ask somebody when is stage one, they'll be like, what you say? what you call me a stage one? No.
No electricity. You know what that's like?
Yeah. But fam, we'll talk some more. You know how it is. We're always here. Let's do the right thing, fam. And dog. Expect another invite, bro. We're gonna dig deep. We're gonna dig deep. All right.
And then I got my shovel, dog. You know me. I'm not.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. We're about to bury body.
Hey. Hey. All right, man. But my nigga, thanks again. Appreciate it. I know, and we'll be back.
You know how it is, fam. Take care. Take care. Woosah. Peace, fam.